Okay, in the previous video, we had a very brief look at the Flexbox direction. Let's investigate it more in this video. So Flexbox direction sets the direction of the main axis. What does it mean? It means that adding the flex direction property to the flex container, which is our container here, allows us to change the direction in which our flex items are to be displayed. Okay, so let's see an example here. If we have the flex direction set as row, which is the default value for the flex direction, meaning that if we don't provide it, it will be assumed as row, we'll show the items like this. So each item will get the amount of the width it requires, and they are laid in the main axis, which is in this case is the horizontal axis. Now we can have row reverse as well. This will reverse the order. So doing this, we'll put the first item here along the end line, then the second one, then the third one. We have two more values here, column and column reverse. So let's go and investigate them in the real code. Okay, from the previous example we have had this, and we said that if we set the flex direction to row, they will be aligned like this, which is the default value. Now let me first add a gap property here to gap between these items so they're more visible, and let me quickly add some values here so they are distinguishable, like so. And now if I change this to row reverse, again you can see that item 1 will be here, and then item 2, 3 and 4. So they are laid out from the end of the main axis towards the start. This is very useful for RTL websites like the Persian or Arabic language websites that are going from right to left. We can have column as well that will lay them across the column, and then we can have the column reverse, which is the opposite. So item 1 will be on the end, and then the rest will be on top of that. Now here we can quickly see a very useful case of using flex. So suppose this is a navigation menu that we have here with a bunch of links, and we want it on smaller sizes like this to be stacked on top of each other. So that is pretty easy to do. So we can say at media, let's say max width is like 500 pixels. In this case, dot container, and the flex direction should be column. And as easy as this, we have a very fantastic, wonderful navigation system like this. If we didn't have flex, we need to have JavaScript, listen for size change, and then have two different classes for these items, and it would be like messy. But here, just adding a few lines of CSS and it is performed for us.